Imagine walking into a room and nobody notices your bank balance, your car, or your house. That's the quiet power of stealth wealth. It's not about flashy cars, designer bags, or posting every purchase on Instagram. Real wealth isn't meant to be loud, it's meant to be effective, secure, and most importantly, lasting. But why do so many people struggle to understand this? Because society has taught us that showing off is proof of success. The rich, though, they know a secret. Money grows faster when it's quiet, and your life feels lighter when you're not constantly trying to impress anyone. The first thing to understand is that stealth wealth isn't about deprivation. It's about choice. It's choosing to prioritize financial freedom over approval, long-term growth over short-term thrill, and substance over style. Millionaires who live this way think differently. They see money as a tool, not a trophy. They know that every dollar spent on unnecessary status symbols is a dollar not working for them. Imagine if every extra $100,000 or $10,000 you earned was quietly deployed into investments that compound while you sleep. That's the difference. That's the hidden edge that the average person rarely sees. Start by observing the patterns of the truly wealthy. They don't upgrade their lifestyle with every raise. They don't buy a flashy car because their neighbor did. They make deliberate, calm, and calculated choices that increase their net worth, not their social media likes. One simple habit is living below their means, not to punish themselves, but to create a system where their money grows automatically. The more control they maintain over their expenses, the more flexibility they have to take advantage of opportunities others can't. Another key strategy is privacy. Wealthy people understand that the more you reveal about your finances, the more pressure you face to spend, to impress, and to justify your position. By keeping their financial life private, they escape the trap of consumer comparison. That's why many millionaires drive modest cars, live in unassuming neighborhoods, and avoid public displays of wealth. This is stealth wealth in action. It's security and freedom disguised as simplicity. Next, focus on creating multiple streams of income. Stealth wealth isn't just about hiding what you have, it's about making your money work for you in ways that don't demand constant attention. They invest in dividend stocks, rental properties, small businesses, and other assets that generate cash flow quietly. These income streams are like invisible engines steadily building wealth while their owners focus on what matters most: family, health, and freedom. Unlike paycheck to paycheck living, this method doesn't scream, "Look at me," but it quietly grows a life of abundance. Now let's talk about mindset. Millionaires don't constantly chase validation through money. They think in decades, not months. Every financial decision is measured against the long-term impact, not the instant gratification. This mindset is what separates those who build real, lasting wealth from those who just look wealthy on the surface. They are patient, disciplined, and strategic. They understand that wealth is cumulative, not instantaneous, and every action either adds to it or subtracts from it. Another subtle yet powerful habit is the elimination of waste. Stealth wealth isn't just about what you earn, it's about what you don't spend. The rich scrutinize their spending, not obsessively, but thoughtfully. Subscriptions they don't use, memberships that offer little value, or purchases that depreciate quickly, these are all quietly cut. That money doesn't disappear, it's rerouted to something that grows, compounds, and adds true value. This simple habit alone can transform a financial trajectory over a decade. Stealth wealth also relies heavily on knowledge. They read financial books, follow market trends, and understand how to leverage opportunities before the general public catches on. This isn't about hoarding secrets, it's about being prepared. Knowledge allows them to make moves that appear effortless, but are actually the result of careful planning. They don't need to advertise their success because the results speak for themselves. They understand timing, risk, and strategy, and they apply it quietly, consistently, and effectively. One of the most overlooked habits is giving back strategically. Millionaires often donate quietly to causes they care about or invest in their communities. This isn't just generosity, it's stealth wealth in action. Their giving is purposeful, often tax efficient, and builds social capital without ever needing applause. By thinking strategically about how resources move, they maintain control, privacy, and long-term influence. Finally, patience is the ultimate secret. Stealth wealth is built over years, sometimes decades. The rich don't need instant recognition or validation. They are comfortable with slow, steady growth. They understand that wealth is like a tree. Plant the seeds today, nurture them over time, and the fruit will come naturally. There's no need to rush, no need to show off, no need to compete for attention. Quiet confidence and disciplined habits compound in ways that flashy displays never can. By adopting even a few of these habits, you can start moving in the stealth wealth direction today. Living below your means, keeping your finances private, investing wisely, eliminating waste, learning continuously, giving back strategically, and exercising patience. These are the building blocks of a rich life that doesn't scream for approval. And the beauty is, the less the world notices, the more powerful you become. Wealth, true wealth, is silent, invisible, and unstoppable. Now that you understand the mindset and habits that set stealth wealth apart, let's get into the actionable strategies that make it real. First, automation is your secret weapon. Millionaires don't manually transfer money, chase bills, or wonder if they'll remember to invest. They set up automatic contributions to retirement accounts, savings, and investment portfolios. By taking human error and temptation out of the equation, their money works for them continuously, quietly compounding while they focus on life, not spreadsheets. This is the kind of simple habit that creates massive results over time. Next, diversification is key. Stealth wealth isn't about putting all your eggs in one basket. The rich spread their assets across different vehicles, stocks, bonds, real estate, businesses, and sometimes alternative investments like art or collectibles. This doesn't just protect their money, it allows them to seize opportunities when others are too scared to act. They know that one strong performing asset can quietly offset losses in another, keeping their financial engine running smoothly. Another subtle habit is delayed gratification. While most people feel pressured to spend now, the wealthy train themselves to wait. They know that patience is more powerful than instant thrill. Want that flashy car? Fine, but only after it won't jeopardize your long-term financial plan. Want that designer bag? Only if it doesn't slow your wealth compounding. Every purchase is evaluated in the context of the bigger picture, and that's what separates real wealth from temporary status. Stealth wealth also thrives on continuous learning. Millionaires read constantly: financial news, market trends, business strategies, investment opportunities. They treat knowledge like currency, knowing that being informed gives them an invisible edge. But they don't flaunt it. Instead, they quietly use what they learn to make calculated decisions that grow their net worth, avoid costly mistakes, and spot opportunities years before others do. Networking strategically is another key factor. The rich surround themselves with like-minded people who value growth, discretion, and results over showy displays. They cultivate relationships that provide insights, mentorship, and opportunities without creating unnecessary social pressure. It's not about having a massive friend list or LinkedIn connections. It's about having the right people in your corner, quietly supporting your vision. Charity and giving back often play a role in stealth wealth too. But unlike flashy donations for recognition, this is strategic. The wealthy understand that philanthropy can be structured to benefit communities, create goodwill, and even provide tax advantages. Giving quietly doesn't just help others, it strengthens their own financial position while reinforcing the principle that wealth is a tool, not a trophy. One of the most overlooked aspects of stealth wealth is lifestyle alignment. The wealthy match their spending habits to their financial goals. They avoid lifestyle inflation, meaning they don't raise spending just because income rises. A $10,000 raise doesn't become a $10,000 upgrade in expenses. Instead, that raise is deployed into investments, savings, or paying off assets. It's a quiet, almost invisible strategy, but over time, it accelerates wealth in a way that flashy consumption never can. Finally, the overarching principle tying all of this together is consistency. Stealth wealth is not built overnight. It's built through repeated disciplined actions that accumulate over years. Every dollar saved, every investment made, every expense avoided, and every risk calculated contributes to a compounding effect that most people never notice. But one day, it manifests in life-changing results. The quiet millionaire doesn't need to tell anyone because the results speak for themselves. So what's the real takeaway? True wealth isn't about being noticed, it's about being unstoppable. It's not about impressing the world, it's about controlling your life, your freedom, and your future. By living below your means, automating your finances, diversifying wisely, delaying gratification, learning continuously, networking strategically, giving back thoughtfully, aligning your lifestyle with your goals, and being consistent, you create a life where wealth is not just visible, it's unshakable, unstoppable, and enduring. Remember, the world may never see your success, and that's the point. Stealth wealth is power in silence, freedom in discretion, and security in patience. Every action you take quietly adds to your financial fortress, while others are distracted by status, comparison, and instant gratification. This is how the rich live, how they build, and how they thrive, and now you have the blueprint to do the same.